Good afternoon, welcome back. I'm here with my buckets. I finally did some measurements and seeing what would work, but I'm going to be using these 5-gallon buckets as a watering system for my fruit trees. Early on in their lives, they really need a lot of water, and ours are only a year old. So I got these buckets from someone. Don't worry, it was just silicone. I peeled it all off from the inside. It's just a little bit on the outside. So I have a 1/16 inch bit. Anything bigger than that was just releasing water too quickly. So I'm literally just going to drill one little hole in the bottom. If I can get these apart. One little hole in the bottom of each of these buckets, and then I'm probably going to set them over there. I don't know if we need to be watering quite yet, just because it's still early spring and we're getting quite a bit of rain. So I probably will just take them over there so that they're ready, they're out of the sheds, and all set to go. And the hope with these is that we won't have to water every single day or even every other day. The goal would be to fill these up maybe about once a week, and we would know that they're all being watered about the same amount. I did end up making one over there that has holes that are too big, but it's okay. I will either use that for something else, or we'll just have one that waters a little bit more. So it's pretty simple. You just take it here and drill one tiny little hole in the bottom. And I know it doesn't look like a lot, but one drop out. I'm pretty sure it should last about a week for each of them. So I'm going to do the rest of these, and then I'll take you over to the orchard. Here we are in the orchard. I did my little garden tour the other day, but I did not show the orchard. So I will give you guys a little tour right now. Not too much is going on, but our fruit trees do have buds. I need to do a little bit of research on this because I know that sometimes in the early years they suggest that you pick like flowers off of fruit trees so that they can really focus on growing big trees before they grow big fruit. But we have here, you can't see them on the ground, but we have some blueberry plants. We have 3 different varieties here. I'm not sure exactly what they are. They have not started to come up yet. I do have to mulch out here. And then here are the other 2. And then there are 2 more that are much bigger. We bought them bigger, so it's not like they just had crazy growth over the winter. And then we have our Concord grapes over here. I don't know how they're doing. They look kind of dead. There doesn't seem to be much growth on them at all, but that might just be that they haven't come out of dormancy yet. I'm not totally sure. Some more grapes there. So then we have our fruit trees. And around all of my fruit trees, I planted my garlic last year. The ones around these 3 did not grow at all. I think that the variety of garlic just did not do very good. But this is a pineapple pear. This was suggested to me by one of the guys at the nursery that I bought it at. And then we have a contender peach. And let's see, our Rosa plum. Now, as you can see, there are some not so nice plants in here, so I have to be careful where I'm stepping. Wow, there's a lot of them. Jeepers. I have to be careful where I'm stepping because I do not want to step on those in bare feet. I will have to come out here and dig those up. My plan, like I've said, is to use this as my squash patch. I personally would rather just lay a bunch of weed fabric down and then dig like a trench or dig little plots where I'm gonna put it, so that we don't have to kind of weed around everything. My dad doesn't really want that, so we probably won't end up going with that just because it is their house. But last year I did like little hills. You can see some of them. Most of them are grown in with grass, but we did little hills. It didn't work out phenomenal. So I am going to have to figure out something a little bit different. So if you have suggestions, you can let me know. But these three here are apples. This is a Honeycrisp tree. We have down here the Pink Lady apples. And as you can see, this garlic is growing in really nice around these three trees. And I don't remember what varieties of garlic I planted last year. I thought to write it down and then I didn't. So these are Cortland apples. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I did end up pruning them a couple weeks ago. So hopefully they will grow a little bit better. And then here we have some Bartlett pears. These ones are really grown in. And the garlic is also coming up there. And then this one is another peach. This is Hale Haven peaches. And this is Santa Rosa plums. So they're doing good. Right here, my parents planted a apple tree a couple years ago. I'm not sure what variety it is, but they planted that here. So we're gonna see if it fruits. And then this apple tree here has been here since we moved. It produces green apples and it's super old. As you can see, it's kind of dying, but we aren't going to take it down because, you know, there's really no reason to, and it gives us some fruit every couple of years. And then here is my bigger patch of garlic. I'm really happy with how this is looking. Last year, whenever I did garlic, it did not go well. They sprouted too early in the winter and then they just completely died. And then they did come back and I got a great harvest. But considering that these did not die, I'm really hoping that they will be much nicer. Let's see. You can see them growing in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to remove the straw anytime soon. I might a little bit later, but I do plan this whole strip from where the fence, where the gate is done, all the way through here is gonna be my sunflowers. I had sunflowers here last year and it was really beautiful. So I wanna just spread them out a little bit more and add some more sunflowers. It would be really cool if they self-seeded, but I have not come out here and looked at all. And I doubt that they would self-seed this soon anyways, but I am leaving these stalks here for a bit, just until I have time to get out here and clean it all up and plant all at the same time. So people are probably going to ask about the buckets. So I have the buckets here. They all have holes in them. And I've had people ask me how I'm going to do this. So another reason why I need to wait until I need to wait is because the garlic is here. Because the plan is, let's see where the hole is on this one. I can't even, oh, there it is. The plan is to have these buckets sitting right in here, just like this. It's not crushing any garlic, don't worry. To just have them right here, and then I'll fill them up, and then the water will drip out of the hole right onto the root ball. And hopefully it will be a really efficient watering system for these fruit trees. I'm glad I was able to do that because now it is starting to rain, so I'm gonna head inside and maybe do some cooking or something or other. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please like and subscribe to Hive and Harvest. And I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.